Welcome to another episode of Southern Cross Resistance. I'm your host, Dion Franco, and this is your other co-host, Chris Learson.
How's it going? Well, I wanted to get straight into this. I know I'll probably say that every week, but I really wanted to get straight into the article. I wanted to talk about the elections. Now, actually, that's what you wanted to talk about. Now, what's your thoughts on the current state of our country at the moment when it comes to elections? About who to vote for and whatnot.
Big song and dance.
It's always a fucking song and dance, man. I think that's with every fucking country. What annoyed me the other day, I was reading the paper. This one woman, she was from Afghanistan or something like that.
What's that got to do with
Australian I'm saying
politics?
She was saying how much she liked Australian politics compared to where she was from. Where she was like, oh, they're all corrupt. They're all this.
Yeah, sometimes you rock up at a polling booth there, man. You get shot at.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, I'm not I'm not saying that they're things all innocent or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's almost like everyone's corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. The whole fucking system here is corrupt. You can't honestly say that there's a fucking sitting politician at the moment that hasn't at least got fucking dirt on their hands. You know what I mean? I should stop saying you know what I mean because I start doing that and I start editing it.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean, man? Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
I edit this shit together and all I hear is me saying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
I think, I don't think, what's his name? Turnbull? I don't think he's going to get into this year. I could be wrong. People watching this at home, you'd know the results because as we're filming it is election day.
Yeah.
So the results are still up in the air. But what do you think? Do you think Turnbull or what's the other fella's name? What's the other fella's name that's running on the Labor Party on the Labor side?
Well, in terms of if the whole voting thing is illusion or not, I hear a lot of people, why do we have to vote with like grey lead? Why do we use grey lead? It's like I voted today and I used a pencil, but it was like a purple pencil. It wasn't a grey lead.
Yeah. Well,
and so to be quite honest, I can't really see like a crack team of people, like no matter how many in the hundreds, going through all these ballot papers, erasing people's votes and changing them to what they want.
I don't think they're erasing them or anything like that.
So stupid. Like, people have that mentality where they think people are doing this.
But at the same time,
I could be wrong, but
it doesn't matter. Like a few hundred.
If there is like some type of fraud, it'd be that the whole voting thing is basically just a show.
So you're not in for
the person that gets in is appointed.
So you're not in for the say electronic voting system that America has at the moment, where they just in a sense just press a button on the screen and that's how the votes get cast.
Look, there's a reason why we still paper ballot vote.
Yeah. No, definitely, I agree 100%. The guy who invented
electronics can be manipulated.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said in open court that they can be manipulated, and that all you need to do is sort of tweak the machine, and that's all it is. It's a machine, and you tweak it that little bit, and instead of the vote going one way, the machine can read it and send it to another way. It's one of the reasons I really don't think that Trump's gonna become president of the States, man, because I don't think that A, they're not going to allow it, and B, they're going to have electronic fraud just like they did back in 2000 with the George Bush and Al Gore. Not to say that either of those fuckheads would have been a good president. You know that one of them wasn't. Don't think that fucking Al Gore would have been decent. I don't think he would have been any good of a president either. So it's almost like you said it. You've said it to me before. It's like picking the lesser of two evils when it comes to voting.
It's basically two sides of the same coin. But
that's the thing. My favorite image is of this. He's a artist, and he made this picture.
Back to Australian elections and politics.
This is what I'm getting at, and it's got a giant pyramid with two, and on each leg, it's got written Republican, and on the other Democrat. You know what I mean? And there's no different with here. It's Labor or Liberal. Whatever power is in charge, the there's just puppets. You know, there's people above them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there'll always be people above them until we can get proper fucking checks and balances, which is something that I don't think we have currently. Anything else you want to add? Like, who's your prediction for the Prime Minister? You think Turnbull's going to win, or do you think Shorten is going to come out on top?
It's 50-50, so it's either Turnbull or Malcolm or Shorten.
It just fucking pisses me off, man, because you vote someone in Australia and it doesn't fucking mean shit. Just look what happened with Gillard and fucking Rudd, then Gillard, then Rudd again, then fucking Abbott got in there, then Abbott's out and Turnbull's in. It doesn't fucking matter who you vote for because it's up to the party who chooses to lead the country. I don't think Australians are
that's how it does work. We
elect the party.
We vote for people that vote for other people that vote for who's going to be the party leader and shit, and also
it's so fucking ridiculous.
For
man,
which
because
either it's going to be Liberal or Labor. Either way, it's going to be Liberal. Or
I don't
Labor.
think
it would be good to see a third candidate, but I don't know if
we are currently living under a two-party dictatorship. And that's really what it is.
It's basically structured around to fit three. I don't know.
No, we're living in a two-party dictatorship, and that's all it fucking is. Even if the fucking Greens did get enough fucking votes, they wouldn't get in. No fucking way they would get in. What do you want?
Move the laptop forward a little. You can see it there, see?
Yeah, it's in my angle.
Oh, I'm sorry that it's in...
How dare you and your laptop?
Oh, no, it's ruining Franco's shot. Horror gasp. All right, let me get this fucking thing out of the way. Now you just made things complicated, Rankin. Jesus Christ.
It seems to me that every 4 years when we do vote, the ballot paper gets fucking longer and longer. And they give you a little space, like, yay big.
Yeah.
You know, no bigger than a classroom desk. Maybe just a few centimetres shy of a classroom desk.
Yep.
You know, you're basically like this, and you got to fold the cunt in half just to lay it down so you can look. And, do you know how many times I went looking through, turn it over, looking through, turn it back over again, who's on this side again?
So, what was that?
Yeah, he. It's basically that long.
Fucking oath,
This is who I voted for.
No, it's a corrupt system, and it really doesn't matter who you vote for because the big interests, like when it comes to military-industrial complex or the fucking big business, they're always going to get their fucking way. And now, I don't even think... As
much as I've heard that as well, I still can't find a definitive source of how they do it.
What do you mean?
If it is corrupt, because there's a shitload of ballot paper wasted for just to show if someone's appointed. You know what I mean? If her vote doesn't actually count.
Yeah, I bet you the Greenies would be up there saying, "Oh, we need to fucking go to a ballot, a fucking electronic ballot because we're wasting all these trees." Yeah. How about you just move to fucking hemp? How about we just fucking stop fucking cutting down trees, make hemp legal again?
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason marijuana was fucking... you know this, but for people at home that don't know, the only reason marijuana was made illegal was because of the fucking industry that was cutting down trees, the timber industry. And they realized that this fucking hemp was going to out-fucking sell them. And look at all the plastics. General... what's his... Ford? What's his name? Fucking... I can't think of his first name. Gerald Ford built a hemp car. You know what I mean? There's so much fucking shit that can be used for this stuff, but they won't fucking do it because people might smoke it. They might get a little dizzy and eat all the Doritos. Oh, fuck no. Oh, God, dude, it's so fucking stupid, man. And then we've got that...
There's a horde of stoners. They're about to make a run on the supermarket. Lock the doors. Close your windows.
Take the chips. Somebody save the chips.
Bring in your garden hoses.
Back, you fucking stoners. Get out.
Stop trying to cut off the end.
But that's the thing, though. You go to the fucking pub, you can drink as much fucking alcohol as you want, but and to the point you could die or beat someone in the face, but you can't fucking smoke a joint. What do you mean?
Well, that's not true. We have every person behind a bar has to go through a course called the RSA, Responsible Service of Alcohol.
Yeah, but still, they can leave that fucking, or even before they start drinking, go to the fucking bottle, pick up a fucking a bottle, or 9 bottles, 10 bottles, 20 bottles. It doesn't matter how much there's no limitation, and I'm not saying there should be.
Yeah,
but,
from a liquor store.
Yeah, and also the pub.
Different.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. There is the RSA and all that sort of jargon.
I think even in a liquor store, if they are intoxicated, they still have the right.
Still doesn't curb the problem though, dude.
But
people are still beating each other
they're
up.
losing money, but yeah.
I was talking to this fella the other day
It's
from
just
England.
Alcohol's socially accepted. It's part of our culture.
Yeah, but I was talking to this fella the other day from England, and he was telling me how really interesting. He was talking about how how those raves they have down there and shit. How if you get into a building and you don't literally break into the building, somehow you just sneak in, you can have a rave there. So they'll have abandoned fucking 5-story places. But as he was saying,
ravers.
But as he was saying, man, he's like, you don't get
breaking into abandoned warehouses.
It's not technically breaking into if they can find a way in.
Fucked up type of music. No, I'm not going down at ravers. Whatever floats your boat. If you want to break into abandoned warehouses and dance on the spot,
yeah,
bunch of other randoms that.
But this is what he was telling me. It's like you don't have fights there because fucking every cunt's fucking on MDMA and fucking ecstasy and all this fucking shit, and they're just like, yeah. And then he goes, what he's telling me, he's like, they would prefer to give you a hug than throw a fucking punch. And I'm like, yeah, well, fucking
well, they're just there enjoying themselves dancing, and it's probably a shitload of drugs and and juice, but.
And he was telling me there's no alcohol. Because they're usually that fucking, there's a shit ton of water. There's, always fucking some water.
Oh, there's definitely drugs there then.
No, well, yeah. Anyway, just to sort of recap, I voted for that fucking, what was that part? The Rise Up Party.
Why?
Why? Because I agree with some of the things that the dude said. I've been following him on in the paper lately.
Right.
And I just agree with I agree with what he has to say. And that's basically on immigration and a few other fucking stands. So I was like, okay, I agree with this fella.
I know one of them I ticked was Darren Hinch's party.
Darren Hinch has a party.
Yeah.
What's it called? Just the Hinch
You would have
party?
seen it on the. You didn't vote today.
I did vote today. I didn't see the
not
Darren
vote
Hinch
today.
part. I didn't see the Darren Hinch
It
part.
was right at the front.
No, I didn't see it. What I don't like is those fucking people when you're walking into the school or wherever they're
There's a
having.
drug reform party too.
I saw that. I saw the sex party, which I don't understand. It's like. What are they planning on doing? Fucking in Parliament? Like, what's your agenda when you're part of the sex party? You know what I mean? I didn't really. I should probably look into that. See what they're fucking actually representing. Because, do you know what the sex party is all about? I don't know.
I think it's the same sex equality, marriage equality.
Oh, well, that's fine. But I don't think the government really should have anything to do with it. I had friends of mine that fucking went down. They got married on a golf course. You know what I mean? And it was a fucking beautiful ceremony. And it was but to me, it was almost like a fuck you to the government. You know what I mean? You can't stop us from fucking, spending the rest of our lives together. You can't stop us from having this ceremony. Yeah. It's only a fucking piece of paper. It's almost like back in the day when the churches wouldn't allow atheists to marry in their churches and shit. So the atheists, came up with their own fucking thing, and that's when now you have, instead of people getting married in churches, they'll get married at parks and like my sister, she got married right down next to the river. Fucking beautiful fucking, scenery and shit in the Gold Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got married right down
next
to
there. Yeah, if I was to ever get married, I would want something similar.
So you wouldn't get married in a church?
Down by the river, yeah. I don't want to be in a church.
Yeah.
Well, the only religious thing that should be there is probably, the guy that.
But even that, you don't. The father, the minister. Yeah. But even that, when my mum got married, it was just I can't think of the name of it, but it wasn't a minister or a priest or whatever. They were just designated to. They were allowed to marry people, but it wasn't part of a religion or anything like that.
They were ordained online.
Yeah, I did my 30-second course online.
I did it last night.
But it's not that big of a deal.
I'm officially ordained.
Yeah, that's it. Ordained. Yeah. I just push this button and I push that button and now I'm fully ordained. We could do that, man. We should do that after the show.
I'm not.
I'm doing that.
No.
I'm doing that. Now, can you marry yourself? I'm just thinking, if you're ordained,
I know you would if you could.
I would marry myself. Yeah. The honeymoon would be awesome. No, but no, I'm not saying like marry like you and your wife.
It'd be
are
interesting
up
to see what the divorce looks like.
there. He took half my shit, so I burnt it all, so he couldn't have any. I burnt all my shit, so that motherfucker couldn't get a fucking thing. Oh, hang on. Whoops. No. But it is a fucking bit of a waste of time fucking voting, if you ask me. Because the main fucking knobs are still going to get they're still going to get their way. They're still going to get their fucking things passed. And the fucking poor fucking Australians, going to get fucked over.
Just say that, like, every time we go through an election, there's for a month, 2 months before that, or a few weeks before that, there's rigorous campaigning on both sides. There's rigorous propaganda coming from both sides, trying to, discredit the other side. And you see a lot of that bullshit, and it's just,
You think that the only time fucking politicians are actually fucking being politicians at the time that they're getting elected?
What really rubs
what I mean?
me up the wrong way is that these guys can stand up on their podiums and they promise you the fucking world. They'll basically say anything.
Listen, these cunts are
to secure their spot.
Yeah, but they're no different than those kids.
But there's no accountability.
Yeah, but they're
as soon as they're in office.
Yeah.
There's no accountability. Like they very rarely make good on their promises that they make.
They're no different than those kids back at school who are running for either class election, like class president, or fucking year 12 president, whatever it was.
I will make sure there's Coke in the bubble tap.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Free.
I will make sure that lunchtime is an hour longer. Yeah. And as a kid, you'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm voting for this guy. And he did shit for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing's changed. Like from when you're an adult and you have to vote for these clowns in suits.
Yep.
And they promise all these things. Come the day they get hired, or they're appointed, or whatever, they're in office. They break everything.
Yeah.
And they're not held accountable. And
Well,
then they're
exactly
all
right.
dodgy fucking for the next fucking 4 years, or there's a big song and dance with like what happened with Rudd and Gillard, and there's backstabbing and shit.
It's so bullshit. We shouldn't listen. I don't think the Australian people fully understand. They didn't understand prior to Gillard
politics
getting
that they show you on the media that everyone gets fucking spoon fed, right? And then there's the hidden fucking, it's all the behind the scenes shit that you don't see with Australian politics. Like, that's not transparent.
All you need to do is watch one parliament.
Yeah, you actually watch a sitting of parliament,
and
they're all fucking at each other. They're all fucking throwing personal slurs at each other. They're all trying to fucking
they're fucking children,
outdo
dude.
each other. It's like rabble, and you think these guys are a fucking joke, and they get paid so fucking much to sit there and fucking talk shit.
The problem is they get paid even after they leave the fucking office. You know what I mean?
That too.
They get a pension, whatever.
Meanwhile, they line their pockets with fucking shitloads of cash from fucking everywhere. They basically delegate money, like they're basically just money jugglers, and then fucking.
Yeah.
It's always the Australian people that gets fucking the short end of the stick with these cunts.
So what would be your solution? Would it be a sort of abolishment of what we have now, and sort of like what would happen?
I don't think we have
Brexit?
to abolish the whole system.
Would you believe
We've
in more
got to
of
make the
70-76?
system transparent so anyone can fucking look at it and go, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
This is Australia's future, or these are our goals. Like,
well, until people
and the fact that all these broken promises are basically just broken promises, and it's like, too bad, too sad. We'll just sweep it under the rug. Try next year with your vote.
Yeah,
or,
this is the
try
thing
the
though,
next
dude.
4
People
years.
don't care enough.
You can try again.
But people don't care enough for fucking voting and shit. They're disillusioned by the whole fucking process.
And this is what I mean by the behind the scenes politics, all the bullshit that you don't see.
Yeah.
And then things will be happening like with Rudd and Gillard. All of a sudden one's prime minister, and then the other. Due to a fucking what do they call it? An emergency vote?
Yeah.
Which
came down to, I think, like half a dozen people.
Yeah, it comes down.
You know what I mean?
Fucking that too.
It's fucking unbelievable.
We vote for parties who vote for other parties who vote for people, and basically we put all our trust into a few people.
Yeah.
To vote properly, to vote
And
For
they never fucking do. They always have their own fucking agendas at hand, and they always fucking go through with whatever benefits them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if they fuck
I'm
over the
sure
entire
this
country
is
as long as
where,
it benefits
you know,
them.
where the dodginess happens. Like, you know, the big corporates, like, here,
Yeah.
fucking, here's a nice big wad of cash. You push this policy.
And I bet you
know,
none
it's
of those...
all these fucking dinner meetings and all this, you know, elitist bullshit.
Yeah,
Fucking-
and none of them fucking worked a day in their life anyway. At a real fucking job in the private sector, you know what I mean?
can't say that. Some of them might have actually worked while they're younger. Before
Maybe
they got
some.
into politics or something.
Yeah, maybe
like
some
that.
at Macca's or something. But you know what I mean? A majority of them are career politicians,
I
and
do
that's what we
agree.
should get rid of.
They're out of tune with the ordinary Australian man.
We need to get rid of these fucking career politicians. I don't think that, you know, if you're a politician, I don't think it should be a career for you.
Yeah, but I don't think that, you know, we have a 4-year system in place. So we put a guy in, we give the cunt the benefit of the doubt that he's going to do a good job.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we willy-nilly wanted to change our Prime Minister every day, it'd just be fucking chaos.
I'm not saying change the Prime Minister
Or
every
you
day.
have idiots fucking online going, oh, we should vote for a Prime Minister online.
Oh, no.
Because
fuck
it just save all the ballot paper and all that stuff. But, you know, you're going back into the electoral, you know, tampering.
Yeah, fraud.
Yeah, you're going into fucking constant polls daily,
Mm.
fucking constant elections, you know, an election every week for a different cunt because this cunt failed on this. Like, we give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to do a job properly, but
The
we
problem
need more
is
transparency and we need more accountability. I agree with that, but I don't think we should send cunts to jail or, you know, lynch them.
If they fucking broke the law
But if they
and they ripped off
constantly
fucking pensioners and shit, they could
something
go to
really
jail.
has to be done.
Listen, if they've fucking ripped people off and they've taken fucking money, they should fucking
I
go
agree
to
with
jail.
that. If they've fucked people over,
Yeah.
and if they've lined their pockets and they've been caught out doing it, fucking oath they should.
I'm not saying let's lead a fucking witch hunt and fucking just round up all the fucking politicians and throw them in jail because you know what I mean? Because there are good people in, you know, politics. They're not all fucking sociopaths.
You're right.
But
they
the problem is,
sociopaths.
but the problem is, fucking sociopaths gravitate to positions of power. You know what I mean? Either fucking they start their own business and fucking become, you know, that way, like they get money from the parents or blah, 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 and they get money like the Rothschilds and shit like that, or they get into something like politics. And that's where they get the majority of their power from, because they, you know, they're fucking crazy. You know, sociopaths, you know, it's not even an argument that sociopaths are fucking nuts and they gravitate towards positions of fucking power. So the problem we have now is, I think the Australian people need to really look at who they're voting for and really understand what the fuck's going on. You know what I mean? Because I don't.
To be quite honest,
they care more about some fucking
new
Johnny Depp and his
that
dogs.
do go into the career of being a politician.
Yeah.
Right. They probably have the utmost best intentions for, you know, to be a politician, to be a good politician, and to represent Australian people the best they can.
Yeah.
And they probably, you know, they go through their political career and they go up the ladder, and once they get into Parliament and they're like a backbencher or something, or within some party, they sort of get there and then they're told, you know, all right, sit down, mate. Just watch and learn for a few years, and then you can have your say.
Yeah.
Got to learn how to play the game first before you can participate.
And that's exactly what it is, man. It's a fucking game. You know what I mean? And you got people who are good at the game and people who are terrible at the fucking game. But the problem is,
there's a lot of
people
backstabbing,
don't understand it.
A lot of manipulation, a lot of lying.
People would rather focus on fucking Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and their dogs over what's happening with the 2016 election. You know, it's
to agree
crazy.
with them, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and the dogs are probably a bit more interesting than our politicians, because they're all just a bunch of boring fucking sacks of shit.
They're better to look at, I'll give them that. But it's,
you know, no one wants to sit there and listen to liars all the time.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have
no
to
one
sit
wants
there.
to sit there and know that our Prime Minister's not worthy of being a fucking leader.
Well, he used to be he used to be head of Goldman Sachs, or he used to work for Goldman Sachs. I think that fucking
really
speaks
don't care
volumes.
what he did, but, you know, when I think of a leader, I think of someone that I would follow, that has credibility with me, that someone I could trust to get shit done, or represent me. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, would you prefer then like a guy out of the military? like an ex-military bloke? Would that be more?
Not necessarily. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be someone with military background. They have to be. They have to have some type of military training. It doesn't have to be like that. Someone that has integrity, man. Someone that's
Yeah.
honest and has a good track record of being honest.
I just want someone to
And-
put their fucking
and
foot
doing
down.
their job well.
I just want someone to fucking put their fucking foot down and say, this is what's fucking happening, and this is how we're going to fucking, you know what I mean? That doesn't happen anymore. They're all pussyfooting around because they don't want to insult people, and they don't want to do this, and they don't want to do that. They're playing this political game where fucking, you know...
It seems like that most of them are more worried about their political career.
They won't even come out and say that
saving
fucking...
face and actually
The problem
getting
is,
shit done. Like
they
doing
won't
the
even
job
come out
properly.
and say that fucking, like the attack over in America with the shooting at the gay club, or the one that just happened a couple days, or in Istanbul with the Turkish airport getting attacked. You know what I mean? They won't even say that it was Muslims. You know what I mean? Because they're too worried about being politically incorrect. Obama won't say it. Our guy won't say it. They don't want to be politically incorrect by saying that it was fucking Muslims that done these attacks. Well, I can guarantee you, it wasn't fucking Christians. It wasn't the fucking Buddhists who were fucking shooting people up and shit like that. I want someone who can put their fucking foot down and say enough is enough. Fuck all this fucking bullshit up. Here's what's happened. And it was, you get what I mean? Someone with some balls. That's what I fucking want in politics. None of these fucking soft-cocked fucking weaklings who could barely fucking tie their shoes, I bet. Notice not a fucking one politician wears fucking laces on their shoes, because I bet doubt. I don't think they have laces on their shoes, because I don't think they can tie their fucking shoes, so they just have slip-ons. That's what I fucking believe.
It was so cold the other day. Politician had his hands in his own pockets.
Yes. That's fucking true, though. Oh, God. But anyway, fucking... anything else you want to add before we go on to the next topic? Because the next topic's pretty big. One last thing. What do you think? Okay, go. Sorry, I was going to add something, but yeah.
I don't know, like... I would like to have a bit of faith in my government to know that they actually have the Australian people
Best interest.
as number one priority over fucking everyone else.
Yep. So,
It's like, we come first because it's our country.
what do you think
We
of...
pay taxes for you cunts to do that job properly.
That's the thing, though, and they're saying that we've just
We
introduced
pay
a
you
tax,
pretty damn good to do your
Yeah.
job properly. It just doesn't seem like that's been happening.
and they like to cut fucking stuff, you know what I mean? Everything that's beneficial to us, they like to cut, but I've never seen them cut their own pay.
As I said, they're money jugglers, man.
Yeah,
You know, like, all the money they get, it's not government money, it's taxpayer money.
that's exactly
Yours
right.
and
Government
mine
doesn't
and
produce
everyone
anything.
else's money.
Yeah, government doesn't produce anything. It just takes from other fucking people.
And
It's
that's
a
why we
fucking-
appoint them, you know, and give them that trust and the benefit of the doubt they're going to do the right thing.
And they never fucking do. They never fucking do.
Yeah, majority of the time they bullshit.
I think all the time they fucking bullshit. But the perfect way to tell a lie isn't to tell a straight out lie like, the sky's red.
Yeah, you tell it
You know?
70-30.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? There's sprinkles of fucking truth in there. And that's what politicians know how to do so fucking well. They know how to lie, and they know how to manipulate people.
I just think they're good wordsmiths.
Mhm.
You know, especially when they know. I'm not going to get into the whole what they know, but
Yeah.
you know, they're good at language.
Yeah.
You know, they're good. I'm not going to say people like
Mm.
you know, like social people. But
They're good at manipulation. That's what I think. There's only really one politician out there that I don't think's like the rest of them, and that's fucking Pauline Hanson.
they're good at dodging questions, like answering the question without answering the question. You know what I mean?
What do you think of Pauline Hanson? What's your thoughts on that? I should say on her.
On
Good old Pauline.
old Pauline. I don't really think much of her.
Why's that?
Why?
Mm.
Just, I don't know. She doesn't really have much basis behind her, apart from, you know, she's anti-refugee, anti-immigrant.
No, she's not anti-immigrant. She's anti-refugee. Yeah,
Yeah,
but and if you listen to what she says, all she says is like,
which
"No,
is
we need
contradictory, man. Because our
Listen-
country's always been a multicultural country.
There's nothing wrong with fucking
Always.
bringing in. There's nothing wrong with immigration. You know what I mean? Like, go to the doctor's office. There are hundreds and hundreds of Indians and Pakistanis and doctors.
We've never had
nothing
a problem.
wrong with that.
Never had a problem.
The problem is
The problem is
the
when cunts want to change laws and legislation to suit fucking people because the law's already in place or systems already in place offend people or they don't like it or it's politically incorrect or it offends my kids that are Muslim to be at school and do Christmas decorations. And I can kind of get that point, but fuck, we've always been a heavily religious country. That's part of our culture.
Yeah. And if you're not willing to fucking come over and fucking assimilate, that's the fucking main problem.
It's bullshit because if we tried to do it in the country that they came from, we'd probably be beheaded or some shit like that.
Well, exactly, man. You can't walk down the street fucking two gay guys can't walk down the street in Saudi Arabia holding hands. They'd be assassinated.
Oh,
They'd
not
be
even
killed.
a straight couple could.
Huh?
No
signs of affection.
No displays of affection in public. So regardless if you're gay or you're a straight couple, it doesn't matter. You'll get arrested.
Yeah, but then you see that shooting over in fucking America, that had nothing to do with fucking Muslims. Bullshit. His fucking head imam was fucking out there saying gays should be executed. His father had a radio show where fucking he constantly said that gays should be executed.
Yeah, and that was videotaped like a few years before the actual shooting.
What, the imam? Yeah, sorry, his opinions wouldn't have changed.
But it's just funny how they like to grab shit from a few years ago and look, if you paste this with this.
There's no pasting. That's one clip.
It's one cunt's opinion. Who cares about his
fucking
fucking
opinion? He was the head
opinion?
imam of the fucking thing. Now, think of it this way. I honestly believe the dude was fucking gay because he'd been to that club dozens of times before. That's the reason the bouncer didn't fucking stop him on his way in. It's because fucking he'd been there fucking time and time and time before that. I honestly believe the dude was fucking gay. Fucking flipped out because, he probably couldn't fucking handle it because he had his fucking father and his head, the head of his church saying how bad it was. So he's gone in there and fucking done what he's done.
Yeah, I don't know about this, and I don't really like to piece stories together.
I'm not piecing any stories
people's
together.
Stories.
What are you talking about?
Because it's Chinese whispers, mate.
It's not Chinese whispers when there's a video of the motherfucker. Listen, I'm going to put the clip on. For
that was recorded a few years. Before that shooting happened.
Doesn't make it fucking any different, man. He would have fucking continued saying that bullshit, dude.
And it's one guy's opinion.
It's not just one guy's opinion. 11 fucking Muslim countries don't will say that gays should be executed.
The whole country combined.
11. Yeah, man.
There might have been like one or two.
Oh yeah, no, all of them jumped up and said it. Yeah.
It's like, hang on, raise your hands. Okay.
How else do you think?
One.
No, how else?
Two.
I've said it time and again. Not all Muslims are fucking
Not
like
sure
this.
how we got from Australian election.
Because one of the topics was immigration.
To this shit again.
Because one of the topics was immigration.
Every fucking podcast.
Because
we go through this shit all the time.
Yeah, because one of the topics was immigration. That's why. That's how we got onto this.
All right. Next topic.
Okay.
But about the Australian election.
I thought we were moving on. I got a whole nother topic here. Moving past the Australian politics for a while. I mean, we'll probably
we are moving past it.
Yeah, we're going on the next article. We'll probably circle around later on when we start talking about Muslims.
15 minutes left.
15 minutes, all right. Here we go. Army, Navy, Air Force take part in huge war games in country in SA. I got a phone call from... You right there, mate?
What?
You right? I got a call from a friend of mine the other day, and she's been doing home detention. Just got out. Cal just got out of thing, and she rang me up the other day, and she's like, "Dude, do you know anything of what's happening here in Whyalla?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she's like, "There are fucking tanks driving down the street. There are snipers."
Because they're doing a military exercise.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't. Fucking. She didn't know that at the time.
They're gonna be moving tanks and trucks and shit and troops.
What's your problem,
and all
dude?
Of stuff like.
What's your problem?
Don't get your connections from a half-wit in Adelaide.
I got the fucking source right here.
You said Cal.
Yeah,
Cal
and then I
rang you
looked it up
and said, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, so I looked into
trucks?
it. So I looked into it, and that's when I found out what was going on with the fucking video here.
Well, there's nothing suspicious about that. It's just military exercise.
Well, here's the video of military up against fucking what looks like fucking protesters. Now you can watch the video. For people at home, here's the fucking video.
Under the cover of darkness, an angry mob storms the army's camp in the middle of Whyalla. As tempers flare, our heavily armed soldiers do their best to defuse the situation without using force.
Sir, take a step back.
That's how you want to do it?
This riot simulation testing their composure in the heat of the moment. It's hostile scenes like this that the Australian Army wants our soldiers prepared for in case of a sudden deployment at home or overseas, working side by side with international forces, proving beneficial for everyone.
Anyway, it shows the fucking video of people in hoodies, fucking, you know, they don't look like terrorists to me, and they're training for fucking domestic, you know, operations. Army should never be training for fucking I don't care if fucking the army fucking train like in the deserts and shit like that, and fucking fire off their equipment and stuff like that. But when they're intervening in protests, just like the fucking video I just showed, shows, that's fucking dangerous, man.
Well, I haven't seen this video, so I'm
you
not
can
sure what video you're showing.
Well, you want to watch the video? Here's the video right here.
We're high tech here, people.
Yeah. See, so as you can see, fucking they're going up against fucking protesters, and even in the video it says that they're training with international troops. So, and the article goes on to say it's UK, blah blah blah, British, you know, European, New Zealand, and they're training to go up against Australian people here at the protests. This is fucking wrong. The army should have nothing to do with quashing fucking protests. The only thing I can think of is this no different than what happened over in America a few years, about a year or so ago, when they had military exercises. And the mayor comes out and says, it's a brilliant idea. They gave us thousands of dollars to do this. We love it. Come back. Yeah, you fucking got bribed, you cunt. And then they interviewed one fucking person that lives in the town. Oh, this is great for our shops. And that's pretty much what what he goes on to say. And if you watch the full video, man.
You put it on an accent because this guy's Indian.
Did I put it on an accent? No, he doesn't have an accent. He doesn't have an accent. Did I put it on an accent? I didn't mean to. Now, I'm not saying there's anything mischievous about this fucking thing, but it's not fucking good. I couldn't get the word out.
Should we get him a dictionary? Should we?
Anyway.
So we can practice at home saying all these big words.
I probably need to fucking start doing that shit.
Not like I'm 100% foolproof. Like, I fuck up shit too.
Yeah. Anyway, listen. Come on, man. Like as I said, I don't care that fucking they're training in the fucking in the outback and shit like that. I think it's I think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? Getting them out, but to train them to fucking take on fucking people who are upset because of protesters and shit like that. Here's what the fucking article. I'll read out the full article. Okay, Black Hawk Down. What does it say? Black Hawk Down. That's weird. Choppers train over Adelaide CBD. All right. And then it goes on to ask, can you spot the camouflage snipers? Because there were snipers upon all the. It looks like something from an active war zone, but the scenes from country South Australia are just a taste of what is to come in the coming weeks as thousands of troops conduct the largest army exercise seen in the state. Almost 10,000 personnel from Australian Army, Navy and Air Force, along with troops from the US, UK and New Zealand, will take part in exercise Cultana. Cultana? C-U-L-T-A-N-A. Cultana. Between Port Augusta and Whyalla. And it goes exercise Hamel 2016 will run until mid-July. It goes on. I'm trying to find that part. Yeah.
What are the training exercises they're doing?
They're well, mainly fucking they're
To be in suburb areas,
They're
controlling protesters.
Well, they're testing the equipment out in the deserts and stuff like that. You know, testing the accuracy, blah 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 blah. They're also fucking keeping the peace when it comes to violent outbursts, like you saw in the clip of the fucking.
Well, this is nothing new, dude. Like they do training simulations and training exercises for national emergencies and stuff.
Yeah, right. But my fucking problem is the fact that fucking it's almost like
if there's
if there's
disaster zone, just say if we had something like Hurricane Katrina that happened in America here, they would have boots on the ground. To make
they
sure
went
there was
around
no
and they
looting
started
and
compensating.
shit like
Yeah, but
that.
they have that fucking in their constitution that they're not allowed to do that. The army's not allowed to operate within the
They can within certain
parameters.
or
Yeah, but that was
like I know there are because they help with like aid and support all the time to like flooded areas or desolate areas that are isolated and you can't really. It's pretty hard to get there.
Yeah, well, I just don't see what it has to do with fucking what it has to do with fucking protests and quelling fucking protests and stuff like that. I understand when it comes to like, are they prepping for a disaster? Do they know something that fucking we don't? Like it seems to me that if they're training for this, then they know
if something
something
big does happen,
they'll be prepared. I get that. That makes complete sense. But it's I don't like the idea of them.
To be perfectly honest, if there was something big, it wouldn't happen all over. It'd probably happen in one.
It'd happen
area
in the main
if it was planned or something like.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Unrest that they're worried about. He said the troops would be put in hypothetical situations, including cornering up against enemy gangs, militia, or terrorists, and would have to respond to them. Right, and they're talking about inland fucking domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is where you this is completely wrong.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing, though, dude. Who's a fucking domestic terrorist? Fucking as I was saying, I got a friend of mine who got put down on that.
This is the problem. You can label anyone who's an Australian citizen a domestic terrorist.
That's exactly right, man. Like fucking a friend of mine just got put on that fucking list. Kel. She's got out of fucking jail. Now she's a domestic terrorist. I'm fucking serious. I want to interview her one day. So we can have an interview with a domestic terrorist.
Your rapper mate, Kel.
Yeah. Apparently she burnt down something and they put her on the domestic terrorist fucking watch list.
Serious?
Yeah, fucking oath.
Well, because the criminal list she was already on wasn't good enough. They promoted her.
Yeah, exactly.
We're promoting you to terrorist. You're so good at this.
You've gone from nuisance to criminal, from criminal to terrorist. It's fucking unreal, man. And like, Kel, like fucking, I don't think that she'd be running around blowing things up. And it's because of what she's written in her songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That they reckon that she's a domestic terrorist. That and the stuff she watches online. But she's the one that pretty much asked me what was going on. Like, rang me up the other day, like, what the fuck's going on here? And I had no clue. I hadn't even fucking heard of it. But when I watched that fucking video, my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe, and they're talking so calmly on how great it was for the fucking community. I'm sure it was. I'm sure fucking they got a boost of fucking thousands and thousands of dollars. It doesn't mean fucking it's any way right. Our army shouldn't be focused on this. If anyone should be focused on this, it should be the cops. You know what I mean? And how big do they think that's going to get? Do they really think that the police force wouldn't be able to handle something like this? Like if a fucking
depending on what you're talking about. You're talking about a natural disaster. You're talking about some big civil uprising, or
I'm talking about civil uprising.
Are they trying to
civil uprising is what I'm talking
Australian
about.
Revolution. They're trying to squash a coup against the government or something.
See, that's the thing, though. If there was a legitimate fucking revolution in Australia, this is the exact type of fucking.
When we do see shit like this, it does raise questions like why.
Yeah.
So and. It does sort of, we do think of hypothetical scenarios where, well, what happens if this happened?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why
And
would they
there's-
be
there's-
exercising for that?
Yeah, exactly. And unless they fucking know something, you know, you just look at the fucking economy lately, man. It's fucking going downhill.
Because I don't know. In my
Right.
book, the Australian Defence Force is there to defend Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
Not make us into domestic terrorists
Mhm.
because we speak against the government.
You know,
Or we
man,
don't hold the same views as.
because of this podcast,
Cunts.
we could be on a fucking list.
We probably
somewhere.
are.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I guess that's that's almost, with what we're doing, that's almost like a badge of honour.
Well,
we
basic-
wouldn't be doing our
basically,
job
yeah.
right if we weren't.
If we are on some type of list, and no doubt we are.
Mm,
I hope we're not. But
yeah, more likely are.
we're gonna get black bagged or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know we're on the pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What was that? Fuck's it in here. Rankin's just like, I'm just the techie.
Attacker's innocent. We dragged him into it.
He's the mastermind of it all. It was him.
See, he's got cue cards.
Yeah, see, he's holding him up. He's telling me what to say. I swear.
They're gonna burst through these doors with like guns.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the mastermind? Both me and Franco over here. Hey, we don't even own this equipment. This is not even our house.
I think Franco and I'll be pointing at you. I'm trying to figure out who to point at now.
Yeah. If I get fucking carted away. I don't like this, man. I really fucking don't like this, and they make it sound so fucking. Oh, it's all right. It's good for the economy of Whyalla. It's good. Blah 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 blah. Oh, fuck off, man. You fuck. Ugh, it just annoys me. What do you? Final thoughts?
There's lots to talk about, I suppose. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Got 2 minutes left, so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it maybe should be like the Brexit. It's something we should be following.
Yeah. I think we're going to keep a fucking real close eye on that. And I want to do a special report probably later on tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll just fully break this down. We'll pull up as much articles as we can, and either you or me will sit down and we'll do a proper
Yeah.
fucking one. But moving on to
You
the
know,
next...
just the fact, like, really, when you look at this, you can kind of go, all right, this is dangerous territory.
Jade
the fact
Helman,
that you
yeah. Jade
need
Helman's
to
the
ask
name of the one-
permission to fucking protest
Yeah.
is downright tyrannical. And,
Fucking oath.
and people just like,
Okay.
oh, that's just how it is, you know. You're like,
Dude.
we can't block off this street because, you know, the CBD will lose too
We don't
much
even
money.
have a fucking...
And
We don't even
didn't
have a
get
First Amendment...
They didn't give us permission anyway, so...
We don't even have
Since
fucking
when do you
right
need
to
permission to
freedom of
sorta-
speech. We don't even have a right for freedom of speech. You know what I mean? We can't go out and fucking, you know, say what we want to say with in case of fucking being arrested and shit like that. In Australia, where we think we're fucking free, we don't have a freedom of speech. We don't have... You know why we don't have freedom of speech? Because the second they took the guns, that's what they went after next. Seriously, then they started implementing all these fucking laws about, oh, let's not try not to offend anybody. This is what this all political correctness bullshit's all about, man. Oh, just don't, and it's based on a good idea. Don't offend people.
Yeah.
Great. You know what I mean? Don't be a dickhead. Great. But when you get to the point where you can't cover certain fucking topics for being, politically incorrect, that's when you can run up against fucking
one
problems.
instance where it has gone too far, this political correctness shit,
Mm.
is over in America that
Yeah.
they've released in all stores and shit. They have to open up. No, all schools have to open up their bathrooms
What do you mean open up their bathrooms? What, as in like fucking to boys and girls?
to boys and girls.
Why?
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but
I know that
and
Target's...
it's been said if the schools don't, their funding will be getting cut.
That's the fucking
And
problem.
this is a problem because,
What's the South Park episode?
you know, why should women risk their security?
Yeah, exactly. You know, you've got a daughter.
All because some idiot walks in, they feel like a woman.
Yeah.
You know, some 50-year-old cunt walks in to the girls' toilets because he feels like fuck. No,
Yeah.
that shit's wrong. That's way beyond the joke. And
See, as a father,
because
that
I
would
first
piss
heard
you
of that
off, yeah?
shit, Target was changing their policies
Yeah.
about opening the toilets up to all genders.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's to cater for all
Oh, when
that are offended. And that's bullshit. When,
Yeah.
you know, people's feelings are put before people's security.
Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safety.
Yeah.
You know,
Listen.
You're talking.
You don't think fucking
talking
pedophiles are going to use that
shit.
fucking?
Yeah, they will.
thing
That's
to
what I
fucking get
mean.
in
That's
there?
the big risk about it, because, of course, they're gonna fucking use that tactic. Of course, they're gonna abuse that fucking policy.
I watched this video the other day of this fucking guy. He grabs this little girl in a supermarket, and lucky the fucking mum was as quick as she fucking was, man. He literally grabbed her and started dragging her out of this fucking store. While the dude who owned the store just fucking stood there and didn't do a fucking thing about it. You know what I mean? A little girl's getting dragged out the store. You can't hear anything because they didn't have any audio, and it's shot by a fucking security camera. But yeah, his fucking mum just fucking attacked this fucking dude. Eventually, he fucking let the little girl go and ran outside and run straight in, well, practically straight into the arms of an off-duty cop. So I thought that was fucking pretty fucking...
I don't know, like, call me a cunt, call me a monster, whatever, but I have zero tolerance towards pedophiles and shit like that, man. And quite frankly, if we're quite willing to put an animal down just for mauling a kid or, you know, harming a kid, but we're not willing to fucking put these cunts down that are willing to harm and emotionally traumatize people for the rest of their lives and sexually abuse them, all because of their cheap fucking thrills. Yeah, fucking oath. Like, you can call me an arsehole, I don't care. My status is put a bullet in the back of their fucking heads.
Yeah, no,
we're quite willing to do it to any animal.
And fucking listen, animal attacks a kid.
It's not a bullet, an injection. You want to make it humane?
Animal attacks a kid. Wounds heal.
Zero tolerance.
Scratches heal. Bites heal. What these fucking cunts do don't.
Psychological damage.
That shit does not.
Sexual abuse. No.
And we've reached this fucking point where fucking now the fucking LGBT whatever community has fucking people like in there that says we should bring in fucking pedophiles because it's not their fucking fault that they like little children. I've read fucking articles online.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? Are you fucking mad? What the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I mean? I don't have words for it.
No, it's absolutely...
I literally don't have fucking words for fucking something like that. You know, you're right. We should fucking just, you know, double tap.
That's
it.
To make sure.
Yeah, fucking oath, man. Fucking oath. You know? Huh? Why?
Oh, we're getting told to wrap
Is
up.
the battery's about to die, are they?
They're on one bar, but reach the hour mark.
Alright, we'll make this part 1 and we'll do part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, alright, sounds good, man. Okay. I just want to get into this one article before we fucking doze off because it, you know, takes away what we're talking about. Actually, no, we'll cover it. Tomorrow we'll cover... part 2, we cover the next one. It's called Elite K-8 School Teaches White Students They're Born Racist. Right? And they segregate all the kids and all that. But that will come up in tomorrow's episode. You've been watching Southern Cross Resistance. What do you like?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. That